What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Day of Man United Talks. Today I'm here to talk about Manchester United and why we are where we are, why we have played the way we have played over the last couple months, and just why we're not progressing or progressing very, very slowly. So, I apologize for the way I am going to react in this video because I'm not in a good mood after last night. Who would be? But hopefully we're going to be bright on Saturday. Regardless, if you do enjoy this video, drop a like and subscribe. I appreciate the support. If you do, comment anything, any opinions, any thoughts you have on the club and on this channel and how anything can get better at this point. So, yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, my biggest problem with last night and over the last few weeks, last couple months at Manchester United is Alexis Sanchez. And I'm not saying I want him to not, or to be sold. I'm not saying I don't want him at the club because he is a great buy, and sometimes when players are available, you have to pursue them. And Alexis Sanchez is one of those players who might not be in his prime, but we definitely have not seen the best of Alexis Sanchez at Old Trafford. But here's the first thing, and here's the point I'm going to make. I was watching Sky Sports Debate with Danny Higginbottom and Ian Wright, and Danny Higginbottom made a point to say that Alexis Sanchez is still playing Arsenal's way, and he's got a very good point. I thought about it, and that clicked with me very well, and you know, what's the word? Anyway, I just understood what he meant, and it caught well with me. Alexis Sanchez is very much still playing Arsenal's football. And here's the thing with that. That's not a problem. That is not a problem at all. The problem that we have is that Alexis Sanchez is playing Arsenal's football, which is good football, with Manchester United. And listen to me when I tell you this. Manchester United don't have a way of playing football. So it's not like when you make your cup of coffee and it's already black coffee and you add your sugar and your creamer or whatever you want, and you add those little things just to make it perfect to your liking. If Manchester United were playing their football and playing, which we don't have a style, by the way, we don't have a style of football under Mourinho yet. He hasn't imprinted an identity on us. If we were playing counter-attacking football consistently, or we had possession-based style of football, then you put Alexis Sanchez into that, and it grows, it progresses, it becomes a whole nother beast of a team. But we don't have a specific style of play, and we've just thrown Alexis Sanchez in and said, look, you be the center of this. And that's not going to work. You have a team of individuals, and you just throw a player from a different team into that team of individuals and expect him to flourish. You expect the team to flourish. That's not the case. Last night, I don't know what it was. All season, you've been able to kind of pick from games and say, oh, this is Mourinho's defensive style of football that we're setting up to play. This is Mourinho's counter-attacking football we've been set out to play. This is Mourinho's long ball football we've been set out to play. That team was so scrambled and discombobulated, and it was just shocking. It wasn't anything that I've seen all season. And the man of the moment, which is the biggest problem, is Marouane Fellaini. Now, I don't blame Fellaini for anything that happened last night, apart from the fact of what he did in the game. When I say that, I mean the result. I don't blame him for the result. I don't, because that is all on Mourinho's head. That is all in Mourinho's closet of terrible decisions that he's made. Marouane Fellaini was picked for this game after not playing almost 4 months of football, out injured. He played, 20 minutes at Old Trafford against Liverpool, and then he starts in the biggest game of our season so far. That is an absolute joke. That is ridiculous, and I can't understand why that would happen. So we get to, I don't even know anymore. I mean, I just can't believe Mourinho was that stubborn, or what he was thinking. And then to say what he said after the game about him being with Porto, United out, and Real Madrid, United out, and Chelsea, and all that stuff. I mean, really? Guy, you have got some serious issues. To say this is nothing new. That is a cowardly move, man. Seriously, this is your fault. You put out a trash team against a Spanish team who all they had to do was score an away goal. All they had to do. And they scored 2, by the way. Mourinho, you absolute prick. I mean, come on. I said the other day I was buying into your tactics and philosophy. Last night, you didn't do anything that was tactics and philosophy. Okay, you put out one tactic, kick the ball to Fellaini. Nothing else looked organized. Nothing else looked planned. It was a bunch of just crap what I saw last night. And it hurt to be a United fan last night. I mean, I couldn't imagine being at Old Trafford. I feel sorry for everyone that paid to see what they saw last night. And there's tweets and stuff going around saying that the fans weren't good last night. Well, guess what? Mourinho, you didn't deserve good support. You didn't deserve good support. The players didn't deserve good support. The only person who was worth anything last night, apart from De Gea, who's worth everything, by the way, is Romelu Lukaku. Rashford had a good game. Yes, he did. But there was a couple times, especially with the free kicks and the shots, that I was just not happy. But Lukaku, and even Bailly, yes, he conceded 2 goals, but Eric Bailly put out some good blocks in this game and kept us in this game for a while. And then you wait until we're down a goal to bring on Mata, to bring on Martial. Those changes should have been made at halftime, you lunatic. I can't believe what I saw last night. I can't believe last night is in history because our manager is so naive to just listen, right? Every Manchester United fan, every person who supports Manchester United, every person who even knew this game was happening thought Manchester United were going to win this game, unless you supported Sevilla. Even Sevilla probably didn't think they were going to win, or the supporters. They probably just had faith that they were going to win, because that's what you do as a fan. You have faith in your team to get a result, regardless of what you think the outcome will be. And we didn't. Wait, what? What was I saying? Everyone thought we were going to win that game. Sorry. Because of what we did against Chelsea, we came back, showed character with good football as well. We played against Crystal Palace. Not a great performance by any stretch of the imagination, but we came back and we won 3-2. Momentum flying. And then we beat Liverpool, which should have been 2-0. Unfortunate. We beat them 2-1 at Old Trafford. Now, the thing about the Liverpool game, we probably should have saw a bit of indication, because the first half of that game, Manchester United played well, and we were fearless. The second half of that game, Mourinho just said, you know what? Put the e-brake on, shut the bus down, and put it in front of the goal. Because that's what happened. Liverpool, they were forced to play football, which they can't do, which it worked, right? And we let it slide. But last night, I couldn't, in my wildest dreams, picture last night happening. I mean, God, jeez. Mourinho, you gotta really look at yourself and say, what am I doing? I'm managing Manchester United, and I've just gone out in the round of 16 against Sevilla, who are 6th now in La Liga. You want to put yourself on the same level of Atletico, who haven't been great, as great as they have in their times when they made the Champions League finals. They haven't been great this season, but they beat Sevilla 5-2, which is one of the last 2 games Sevilla lost in the league before they played us. Valencia beat them 2-0. Away as well. So is Valencia better than Manchester United? At the flipping moment, I would say so. Yes, they're not second in the league, but they play in the league with Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona. So I give them credit. God almighty. on to the next piece. Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku is a man who deserves every great thing that comes to him in the game of football at Manchester United. At this point in his career, that is how I feel. Romelu Lukaku went out last night and played great. And he has been for the last couple weeks. Even when he went on a scoring drought, he hasn't had a bad game this season. Apart from when we played away at Liverpool, he could have had a goal. I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but that was a bad situation that happened. And he hasn't had a bad performance. He's growing as a player so much. He's contributed. This man says he watches every game. He watches other leagues to grow as a player. He speaks 5 bloody languages as well. And regardless of all that, he goes out there and puts in 150 million%. Yeah, people usually say 110 and all that good stuff. No, this man puts in effort that you don't see in your day-to-days. He puts in effort on the levels of the likes of the Ronaldos and just the people that want to be great. Okay? The LeBron James. Those type of people who hit that other level, other worldly level of mind strength to be great. And he goes out there. His link-up play has improved massively since he was at Everton. And truth be told, he was even good back then with link-up play. His passing is good. His dribbling is been great this season as well, especially in recent weeks. And he's very unfortunate to play for Manchester United right now. And that's exactly how I feel. He's unfortunate to play for this Manchester United team because... Or Jose right now. I think... Here's what I think is happening. Let me tell you exactly what I think has happened. After we lost last night, what forced Mourinho to say what he said, and I'm going to get back to Lukaku, but I've just thought about this. I think after we lost last night, I think those comments that Frank de Boer made hit Mourinho hard. Hit Mourinho very hard because, I mean, look, that's exactly what Frank de Boer was pointing at. You ain't gonna grow playing the way we played against Sevilla last night by any stretch of the imagination. No player got better in that game. No player progressed as an athlete, as a professional football player in that game last night. And that's why Mourinho made those comments, I think. But excuse me, regardless, back to Lukaku. Lukaku has been exquisite in recent weeks. And I just hope he doesn't turn out to be one of those people who's here. And I think he will be here for a while, but I just hope that this sort of thing, for one, doesn't happen often, and that we keep him here and we progress to keep him here. Yeah. All the while, Lukaku has been amazing with such little opportunity. He has 24 goals this season in all competitions. And his chances are so limited in comparison to the Harry Kanes, the Mohamed Salahs, even the Aubameyangs. He's had plenty chances since joining Arsenal. That's all how they play. It's just chance creation. Ronaldo obviously is on another level, but he gets a lot more chances than Lukaku. Messi, but we're not going to talk about those type of teams because they're elite teams. Manchester United at this moment in time are a good team with potential to be great. But yeah, Lukaku deserves so much better, and I'm happy we have him here because he's a player that fights, and I see him in a sense like Wayne Rooney. You know, he's very hungry. He has ability. He's a beast as well. Wayne Rooney couldn't help his physique because he was 5'9", but Lukaku is 6'3". He's an absolute monster of a man, and he moves about, and he's only getting better, and he's only 24, and when he's 28, by God, anyone who even thinks about outplaying him it's gonna be over for them. Yeah. But on to the next topic. Let's talk about Paul Pogba. This is an interesting one because there are suspicions that Pogba and Mourinho are having a fallout, and then after we beat Liverpool, they celebrated together, and that video was put out and about of them hugging in the press conference or whatever. Not the press conference, the post-match press conference, yeah. and you don't think there's anything wrong or that there's something going on between them two. And I don't think there is either, but something's going on, and maybe Pogba was injured, right? I don't think maybe he wasn't, but Paul Pogba, in my opinion, and I've made this very clear, and people don't agree with me, and personally, I don't care. Paul Pogba has potential, because he's not right now. He has potential to be the best player in the Premier League, and the best player in the world when Ronaldo and Messi are gone. But that is not going to happen if he plays in a two-man midfield, if he's coming on in the 60th minute in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Now, Paul Pogba last night, he didn't play great, but when he came on, he used the space that was in that midfield to a whole other extent that people haven't done, and I couldn't be more proud of him, because he did a great job last night in terms of using the space that was there. And here's the thing, scratch last night because Paul Pogba didn't start, but you look at Paul Pogba, and as a manager, you see when your players are playing great, and you use those moments, you catch those moments, and you put them you use them in your next team sheet or your next tactical how would you say it? Whatever, your next approach towards a game. You see what your player did great, and you use it in your next approach towards a game. Now, Paul Pogba played amazing. Not amazing. He played great at Juventus, and he played in a three-man midfield. It wasn't a 4-3-3. It was a three-man midfield in a 4-3-1-2. He played next to the likes of Marquisio and Vidal and even Pirlo. So my question, or just baffled confusion, is why in the hell is he not playing a 4-3-3 for Manchester United? He's even played in a 4-3-3 in France. Everyone sees it. Or not a 4-3-3, sorry. A three-man midfield in France. France are now playing a 4-4-2, it looks like. Regardless, Paul Pogba is the center of this team. And after his injury, he hasn't been the same, right? We all know that. But, I mean, by God, Lukaku is going to do great in any formation you play him in. Pogba I know we paid a lot of money for him. He was the most expensive player in the world. I don't care about that anymore, because Neymar went for 200 million, so shut up to everyone who's saying that. But you gotta get the best out of Paul. Is it not that clear to see, Mourinho? Is it not that clear to see? Because it's clear as day to me. It's clear as hell to flipping the rest of the supporters of this club. Oh, God, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And then, moving on from Pogba, Juan Mata. How does he not get a start in this game? How does Juan Mata, the center of everything that has went well for Manchester United, when Pogba was out, the center of everything that went well, I mean, he and Pogba, before Sanchez, he and Pogba were the center of everything that went well for Manchester United. And Mata is that link up. He is the missing link in the chain when we don't play well. You look at last night. Juan Mata was not involved, and we look like a team of just sole individuals. You look at Liverpool. Juan Mata played. We looked like a team that had a game plan. We executed that game plan. Look at Chelsea. Game plan. Execute game plan. Any other performances I could pick on, right? But those are just the most recent, so probably the ones you remember the most. Even when he came on, he started linking up play, and that's what he does best. And Mourinho just got it completely wrong last night. Absolutely, completely, ridiculously wrong, and he should be ashamed of himself. Juan Mata, Lukaku, Paul Pogba, and De Gea, and Bailly, those 5 names are names that should always be on the team sheet from this day forward. They should have been on before that, but this is current time. So those 5 names, Juan Mata, Paul Pogba, Eric Bailly, David De Gea, Romelu Lukaku, 5 players that need to be in the starting lineup if we want to be successful, if we want to dominate and just grow. I don't understand. And like I said last night, we played a three-man midfield without Paul Pogba, with Jesse Lingard. No disrespect to Jesse Lingard, but I mean, he's not a midfielder. He's not a central midfielder, and we played him in that position. Mourinho played him in that position. No, didn't work. Anyway, let's move on. So far I've talked about attacking players in this video, right? And as far as I'm concerned, with United's current situation, once that front, if we play a three in midfield, a three in midfield, once that front six gets sorted, once that front six gets sorted, I think everything will follow from there. I don't even think the defense is an issue because we have a solid defense and we don't have great defenders. But once that front, I think the front six is the biggest problem. You know, we on average I don't think we concede one goal a game. I think we concede point something a game, which is pretty damn good. Prior to last night, we had only conceded 3 goals in the Champions League, which I think was only topped by Madrid. I think the commentator said. I'm not sure, but I mean, boys, it hurts, right? But let's talk about defense, and this is getting long now. We're up to nearly 20 minutes, so Bailly and Lindelof, no questions asked. Jones is injured, Royo's injured, so it's Bailly and Lindelof. Smalling, I appreciate you, and I have no problem with you being a great rotation center half for this team, but at the moment, you're not cutting it right now. And you didn't have a terrible game last night, in all truth to you, but you're not good enough. Not right now. And you're nearing what should be your prime, but you wouldn't know. Regardless, Lindelof is better on the ball. He's not afraid to come out of defense with the ball and start an attack like the likes of Kompany did in his prime. Ramos would do, PK would do. He's not afraid to come out of defense with the ball and start moving the attack. So from this point forward, I just think we need to go by Lindelof. I don't care who the opposition is. We're not going to get second, so we can do it in the league. We're out of the Champions League now, so piss off about that. Play a flipping 4-3, whatever you want to play in front of that 3, just as long as it's a 3 for Pogba's sake, and play Bailly and Lindelof, and with Valencia and Shaw. Ashley Young was at fault for the second goal because he got caught out in the header, and it went in. I don't want to hear anything else, man. I mean, I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm absolutely disgusted with how we did this last night. I had to get it out. This is why I'm doing this video. This is why this video is so long, because I have to get this off my chest. Yeah, that's just that. I wouldn't mind Young being a rotational left back at this point because he's bloody well did alright. And for him to play, like I said last night about Fellaini is a rotational player. If Fellaini and Young didn't play tonight, I would have no problem with them being in the 18 against Brighton. Not at all. Not at all. But we're not good enough right now. No, we're not cutting it. Nada. And on a closing note, Fellaini hasn't signed a contract as well. So that contract's been offered to him over the last year. Hasn't signed it. Don't know why he was involved. Get him out of the club. Don't want to see him. That would probably be the happiest day in Manchester United for Manchester United since we last won the league, is when we see Fellaini is gone. And we're not even going to get any money for him because he's not signing a contract. And apparently PSG won him. Whatever. I'm not even complaining, bro. We probably could have soaked them for all they were worth if we tried to sell them to them, but that's not the case. So Fellaini's gone, please. And honestly, I don't think we should sell Chris Smalling. I think he's the next person on the chopping block for most fans, but I think he's a good rotation center half to have, and he's a big guy who comes in handy. So yeah, I'll take my chances with Chris Smalling, but Fellaini's got to go for sure. And that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. I just had to get this off my chest. Like I said, this is over 20 minutes now, which is mad, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like and subscribe. Comment any feelings you share on what's going on, because I'm not happy right now. And as soon as Brighton comes around, hopefully we win. because I was more confident we probably got a win against Sevilla than Brighton. I'm not gonna lie to you, which is a bit naive, but whatever. If you did enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. It's been your boy Day. This has been the Man United Talks. What do you want to call this? Just analysis of Manchester United. Thanks for watching. Peace.